I have a blob drawn on the screen, and if I play it, it moves across the screen and nicely animated, but it's on a white background. And a lot of times animations are more realistic if there is context to go with it, and context usually means a background. So how do I add a background? Well, this blue blob is an animated thing. Everything that's animated goes on its own layer. It is a dynamic object. Dynamic means it changes. In this case, it moves across the screen. That's how it's changing. That's how it is dynamic. Backgrounds are static. Backgrounds don't move. That's what static means. It means they don't change. So static things have to be on their own layer, and dynamic things have to be on their own layer. If I have 5 different things that are animated, plus I have a background with several objects in it, all the static objects on the background can be on their own layer, but each dynamic animated piece has got to be on its own separate layer. So 5 animated objects plus a background means I have to have at a minimum 6 layers. So what I do, and I'm just going to call this blue blob. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to call it background. And on the background, I'm going to make life real easy. I'm going to create no stroke with light blue. I'm going to use a rectangle. This is going to represent sky. I missed a little bit, so let me add in a little bit more up here. Yeah, good enough. Change to green for the grass. Go with another rectangle. Maybe use my paintbrush to add a little bit of contour to it so that it looks a little bit more realistic. So there's my sky and my grass. Now when I play the blue blob, it still is a dynamic object moving across with a static background in the background. But that's just how you create backgrounds. So backgrounds are their own layer, and it might be everything on one layer, it might be on 2 or 3 or 4 different layers. That's up to you. But any animated object goes on its own layer, and then the background is separate and apart from that. But no matter what, you cannot mix static and dynamic things. So that's how you do backgrounds.